Oh gosh, I have something in my tooth. Sorry. Wholeness, everyone. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Rashida Silvertree. So today, I'm trying something new with the layout of my videos. I've had to kind of make some digital adjustments right now. And sometime in the near future, I'll have new phone, new camera, new everything. But I'm going to um, talk about something super important. And actually, I was inspired to make this video. It was going to be a different video on food fasting, but I'll make another video on that another time. So I want to talk about digital fasting. This past weekend, I was running into some visual issues, and I had to take my phone and my laptop to a nearby Apple store. Yes, I used the forbidden fruit. I know for those of you who are into what is it called, etymology and symbolism and things of that nature and the meaning behind things. I know what Apple products stand behind, but I also, you know, I live in a digital world and I want something that's efficient, something that is reputable, and that's worth my dime and my time. So I go in, my laptop's 9 years old, and my iPhone is an iPhone 6 from like 2019. It replaced a phone that I lost in an Uber years ago, and so I had to you know, I wanted a device where if it got lost or stolen, I could find it because it has like a tracker thing on it, right? So anyway, so I go in and I take in my devices because I could not. My phone blocked me from uploading videos from my phone or my cell phone, and then my computer didn't have enough space because it just was too backed up with old stuff and it needed to be updated, but I didn't have enough space to update. So I go in and I'm talking to them, and they're looking at me kind of like, I bump into a guy I went to high school with years ago, and anyway, and I'm just, they're positive. The vibe is positive, a good interaction. They're working, doing their job, and I say, well, what do I do about this problem on my phone? I can't, upload anything. And they're like, well, you're gonna have to. Your phone's outdated. Your devices are outdated. Eventually, you're gonna have to replace it, otherwise it's just not going to perform as fast or as well anymore, and it's just kind of gonna glitch out and die. And I understand that. I am not a consumer when it comes to digital devices that I constantly feel the need to replace my iPhone or smartphone every year. They did tell me that you can get up to 7 to 8 years out of your devices. So I got my money out of my two devices that I have, and they're as old as Methuselah. But this is something that really dawned on me. I was trying to make, with the fast food or the food fast videos I was trying to make about, discussions on how to incorporate food fast into your life and into your lifestyle as more of a spiritual practice and a healthy practice, to incorporate in your life. I was sitting there and they said, hey, you'll have more space if you just delete the YouTube app off your phone, because this is how much space is taking up on your really old phone. And so I was like, oh, and I'm going to assume I am, an intelligent woman. But when it comes to the digital age, I'm a millennial. Some things I'm a little slow up on, on the up and up, okay? I was a kid of the 90s, all right? So anyway, I'm leaving, and I'm sitting in the parking lot to myself. I'm like, man, this is my tool to upload these and share these videos with you. And I thought to myself, oh, let me go ahead and create the space I need on my phone, because I've been struggling, guys. I've been struggling with my own digital addiction. Technology and the digital world has literally our brains in a chokehold. It's gelled or imprisoned our mind. It's very, very, very nefarious and sneaky, because I'm a person who loves I'm a person who loves information and I love learning about new things. But wisdom is applied knowledge. And we can sit here and just take and take and take and take and take and take all of this knowledge and not do anything with it. Then what? Right? It's like books never being written in a library. What's the use of a book if it's not read? What's the use of beautiful art if it's never seen? What's the use of a bike if it's never ridden? Right? So I'm sitting there and I'm like, you know what? Let me delete this and let me see how it affects my interaction or the first thing that I do in the morning. Because I used to have, a Samsung. I didn't have all the apps. I was never into apps to begin with. I thought I didn't even know how to do it, really, to download. Yeah, I know, slow. But it wasn't a number one top priority for me. If I wanted to listen to music, I would just use my laptop, right? But I got so used to the iPhone and listening to music and watching videos, it became a part of me in a way, and now that the app is gone off of my phone, I just use it for texting and phone calls and pictures and videos if I want to. They told me to stop uploading videos and pictures and stuff from my phone for right now because it's just too old and it'll eat up all the space on my phone. So that's what I did. And this morning, because I have my own spiritual routine, and it's a very focused routine. I started this back in like 2018 or 2016, to be honest with you. So about 8 years of my life where first thing I do in the morning is I observe in silence and meditation. And then I do other practices and then my mantra and prayer and intention for the day. And then I go about my merry way. And this discipline has been fluctuating throughout the years depending on the type of occupation I have. And unfortunately, right now I'm working a 12-hour shift. It won't be for much longer the next few weeks, but it's just really very difficult for my body to adjust to routine after working 12-hour shifts at the hospital. So I'm sitting in my car, Sunday afternoon, and I just hit delete. And this morning, it's amazing how much time we put into our phones. And I'm going to ask you to do this, and I'm going to cut this video short because I want to see if this video will even upload from my laptop, okay, because that's where I'm recording from. I want you to do an experiment. I want you to either just drive, go out somewhere, leave your phone at home, or leave your phone in the car, go out to a public setting, and people watch. And as you people watch, count how many people are looking down at their phone. Children, adults, old, young, wheelchair bound, people who look like they're out of their rocker, homeless. It doesn't matter. Count how many people are doing this. That's very telling. I read an article today about there's a ban in California of kids that for kids where they are no longer allowed to use their cell phones in school at all for no reason. They need to make a phone call, go to the principal's office, right? Or they need to call their mom or dad, go to the principal's office. This Generation Alpha or Gen Z, they don't know anything about phone. They have no clue what it was like, what it's like to not have your device. And there was a sentence really concerning where a teen said, "My phone is a part of me. My cell phone is a part of who I am." What? How many of us could function correctly if we didn't have our cell phones for like a week or a month or 3 months, 6 months? How many of us could function without electricity? How many of us could function without Wi-Fi? Because I come from the last generation of millennials, okay? The last generation where, when I went off to college for the first time, I didn't have a cell phone. I had like a prepaid little plastic thing that I would sometimes put money on. It was like a little burner phone thingy, not a burner phone, but I just didn't bother really. And so it's like, I know what it's like sitting in a dorm room, you're bored, I didn't even have a, I didn't have my laptop until like the end of my sophomore year or junior year in college. So that a lot of the time, if I wasn't studying my music, because that's what I went to college for, I would be in my dorm reading, hanging out with friends, playing board games. Yes, you do the cheesiest stuff in college, okay? But it's a lot of fun because when you're with the right people, right? And yeah, it was just a different, it was much slower. You were not so easily accessible, right? Like now, it's like if you don't respond to someone's message like that, something's wrong. Or if you're not calling your kids or checking up on your kids like that, something must be wrong. It's just too much for me. I'm like kind of getting digitally burned out. Meanwhile, I have a social media platform and I upload these videos. So next time you go out, I want you to do a head count of everyone's head doing this. Okay? How many people you can count with their head down. And it doesn't matter where. In the bathroom, in a restaurant, at the mall, in movie theater, all the public places that you can think of. Because I've seen a whole table of friends doing this. Or, and just two people just pull it out. I've even done it. Sit, and I challenge you, delete all your apps. Delete all your apps, okay? Ain't nobody texting you every 5 minutes. So delete all your apps, answer all your phone calls, obviously, but just sit there and be comfortable with being uncomfortable in that silence. And those of you who are in your 30s or 40s, you know exactly what I'm talking about. For those of you who are in your 20s, God bless you. God be with you, because you don't really have many of you don't have a clue what it's like to just not have that thing on you and hooked into your mind. We must protect the mind. And in order for fast of any kind to be successful, the mind must be prepared and the mind must be willing. The mind must be in alignment. Otherwise, the fast won't work. It just won't. You'll fall off the wagon every time. Same with addiction. Fall off the wagon every time. The mind must be tired. The mind must desire change and new routine, right? So this is a challenge. Delete all of your apps. Oh, but Rashida, this is so helpful. Delete it. Find a new way. Don't make yourself so available all the time to anybody and everybody, and to taking in so much energy will only slow you down and keep you from doing what you need to be doing with your energy. We're being hoodwinked. Protect the minds of these babies. Protect the minds of these children. Really. You know that, yeah, I'm not going to bring that up, but that's that. I want to see, hopefully this uploads tonight, because otherwise you're going to get a late video, because I have to figure out how to upload now. But, I'm kind of recovering from a really bad cold. I hope this message finds you well, or may this message find you well and whole. And let me know what you think, because I can't be the only one. I can't be the only one. We all need a digital detox, okay? Much love to you guys. Remember to evolve, expand, and embrace. Take care.